Well, great to continue our Cuse Connections series. Brian Higgins in Syracuse, and we go quite literally halfway around the world to Japan right now to bring in Kayla Alexander, who's getting ready to compete in her first Olympics with the Canadian women's national basketball team. And Kayla, congrats on everything. First off, how are you, and how's things going with you right now?
Well, hi. I'm doing incredibly well. I'm just super excited. I'm pumped and excited about what's to come. We have our first game literally like 12 days, so just super excited and pumped that I'm going to be an Olympian with the Canadian national team. It's such an incredible honor.
First off, I guess, and you said it, we're recording this about a week and a half before the games start, and people will be watching this slightly closer to when your game tips. And it's nighttime here, it's morning there. Where are you right now? I don't think you're in Tokyo yet, but you're in Japan. Where are you, and what is the current part of the process you're in?
So I'm currently in Korea City in Japan. Korea City is actually a sister city of Mississauga back in Toronto. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they were welcoming us and allowing us to come here and train ahead of the Olympics so we can get adjusted to the time change and get our final training in before we actually head into the Olympic Village. So I'm currently in Korea City in Japan.
Yeah, and you said a couple of exhibition games and kind of work your way into it. And I mean, we all know this. This was supposed to be a year ago, right? What's literally the last year been like? You guys qualified for the games in February of 2020, not February this year. February nearly a year and a half ago. What's the process been like from that day with all the excitement to the wait and now getting to finally being where you are right now?
So after we qualified, there was so much excitement around what we just did. Team Canada qualifying for their third straight Olympics. And then COVID hit, and I think that put everything up in the air, a lot of uncertainty about what was going to happen next. Then we later found out that the games are postponed until this year. And with the restrictions in Canada, it made it really hard to train. Thankfully, over time, many of us were able to go overseas to our pro teams to continue to train and get our playing in. And then eventually we were finally able to come back together as a team and compete and train. Again, with restrictions, we moved our training camp to Tampa. It was so nice that the Raptors allowed us to use their training facility. So I'm incredibly thankful to them because they allowed us to continue to get our training in and get some time together playing before the America Cup and then now before the Olympics. But yeah, and now we're in Korea City. It's been a lot of like ups and downs, uncertainty about where we're going to train, how's it going to happen with COVID. But I'm thankful that between the Canada Basketball and all their staff and the administration, the Toronto Raptors, people of Korea City, they've created environments, safe environments for us to be able to train together and prepare. So I'm very thankful.
You have, I guess your roster is about 50-50, right, with Olympic vets and newcomers like yourself. How much can you, I guess, in this specific Olympics, enjoy the Olympic experience of it all, where you probably can't, I'm assuming, go to other events like you would be able to in a normal situation. So how does it hit you where, yeah, you're at the Olympics, that's great, it's the honor of a lifetime, but maybe it's not quite what it would have been if things were different?
Okay, so yes, we have a nice mix, six returners who will be there. This will either be their second or third Olympics, which is incredible. And then there's six of us, myself included, who are new. This will be our first Olympics. And I can only speak on what I've observed or like what my fellow teammates have said from their previous Olympics. So I have nothing really to compare it to personally. At the end of the day, it's still the Olympics. You're still going to be competing against the best of the best. It's still an honor and a privilege to be here. So even though we won't get the full experience, we won't be able to go and watch other events, cheer people on in person. I'm still incredibly thankful. And I know all of my teammates are still looking forward to this opportunity to go out there, put the jersey on that says Canada, go out there, play a game that we all love and have sacrificed for and represent our country with pride.
Yeah, and it's going to be a great competition, though, regardless. You know that, and you've been right on the cusp, haven't you, Kayla? I mean, you've been in the mix with the Canadian national team for a long time. Had you been an Olympian back in 2016 in Rio, I don't think anyone would have been surprised by that. What was it like for you to finally get the call to be on this team?
It was a dream come true for me. This has been many years in the making, a lot of just persevering, overcoming adversity, staying confident in my abilities, and just trusting the process at the end of the day. I truly like to believe, I'm a person of faith, and I believe that everything happens in God's perfect timing. May not always happen in the timing that we would like it to happen, but nonetheless, I'm still incredibly thankful and looking forward to this opportunity. I don't want to take any parts of it or I don't want to take a single second for granted.
Canada arrives. I mean, you guys have been ranked upwards of fourth in the world here recently, seeking your first ever Olympic medal for your program. What's it like within the team right now, knowing that you have a very attainable goal here coming up in the next month or so?
Yes. So I feel like we are ranked fourth in the world, and that's because of all the women who came before us in this program and laid the foundation and put in the work, and the women that we have in the program now, and the coaching staff. So I want to make sure I give credit, because it doesn't happen with just our program. It's all the women who, up to this point, who sacrificed for Canada to be in this position. And yeah, we're in a great position right now. We have the opportunity to do something special here. So I think we're all looking forward to just going out there, playing our hearts out, playing Canada basketball, and hopefully being able to get ourselves a spot on that podium.
And you, Kayla, the reason we have you on here with our Cuse Connections series and our kind of Olympic version we're doing here this summer is you are one of 7 Syracuse Olympians, and one of 3 of whom who are Canadian, in fact, with Justin Knight will be running the 5,000 meters, and Jenna Kyra, who will be the top softball pitcher for you guys over there. How cool is that to have that group of 1 of orange around you, and then specifically the 3 Canadian orange over there in Tokyo?
Well, I think it's pretty awesome. Obviously, I'm going to be representing all my Canadians Olympics. Mad love to all the other Syracuse alumni as well, who will be representing at the Olympics as well. But I also think that's just shows like Syracuse University and like how diverse and people from different countries can come and compete and play at Syracuse. I think that's a big tribute to Syracuse University and how welcoming they were to international students. But I think it's pretty awesome.
And you and Jenna were there pretty much at the same time. I think she graduated the year before you. So that's pretty good, right? When the country sent down the best softball player in the history of the program and basketball's all-time leading scorer within a year from the same province down to Syracuse.
Very cool.
All right. And you're over there now. And it's also a Syracuse basketball thing. Jeremy Grant's there on the United States men's team. Mike Benishay's playing for the Nigerian men's team. That's got to say something to you a little bit about the prestige of Syracuse basketball right now.
Yeah, Syracuse has been building great programs and has been doing incredibly well over the past several years now. So I think it's just a testament to the program, the players, the coaching staff, and everybody involved.
All right, I got to ask you one non-Olympic thing here before we let you go, Kayla, just because I haven't gotten a chance to see you since this came out. You are now a published children's author. You and your sister wrote The Magic of Basketball, a really cool book highlighting little girls. You're reaching back for the copy. I like it. I like you got it ready to go there. A beautiful book with the cover. How did that come together? It's a pretty cool story, and amazing that right now you can literally go on Amazon, type in your name, and in 2 days that book's going to be on your doorstep.
Yes, that was a passion project of mine. So at Syracuse, I got my degree in education. I always knew I wanted to teach and work with kids. I also loved art. That was like my first love before basketball entered the picture. And then just through my journey with the game of basketball, I've been through many ups and downs, and I realized that basketball gives us really like a lot of magical gifts, as I like to call them, such as like friendship, teamwork, hard work, perseverance, the free education, so many different opportunities and ways to like build your character and learn. So I was thinking to myself, how can I share this with young kids? Because I love working with kids. And then the idea came to me, Kayla, combine all your loves and your passions and create a children's book. So I started writing it. I asked my sister to get on board as well, because she's the one when it comes to like words and writing, she is gifted in that category. Like I can play ball, I can draw. When it comes to like putting words together so eloquently, that's Keisha's skill. So I like kind of forced her to help me, and she was willing and to join, and together we were able to write The Magic of Basketball, and I'm super proud of it. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from young kids who have read it, players, coaches, and parents. So if you guys are interested, I'd highly recommend The Magic of Basketball, and I hope it encourages everybody who reads it.
Well, you'll be able to do The Magic of Basketball, the Olympic edition, right? You'll be able to spin that in.
That's definitely a version that might have to come out soon.
All right, Kayla, always really cool to catch up with you. You're still the program's all-time leading scorer. You get to be an Olympian, living out your dream. We really look forward to watching you play over in Tokyo here over the next few weeks. And best of luck to you and the entire Canadian team.
I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And go Cuse and Canada.